Hi there, my name's Adam Davidson, owner of Dental Digital. If you run a dental practice and you're looking to grow and expand your patient base in 2023, give this video a listen. I'm going to show you a strategy that I've been using for lots of different dentists across the country in 2022. And this strategy I'm about to show you has literally brought these practices in hundreds of new bookings, hundreds of new consultations, and hundreds of new patients. And this is something that you could use if you run a practice to enhance your name in your area and to enhance your patient base overall. So again, if you're looking to grow and you're looking to expand in the new year, give this a listen. If you follow this strategy, you will bring yourself in a lot of new business. So what we're looking at here in the background is a bird's eye point of view of the strategy that I'm using for lots of different dentists across the UK, which is generating them lots of new bookings on a monthly basis. Before I get into this, however, let me just show you some results this year from the clients that I've been working with. And these results is what you could achieve or more in 2023. So, for example, if we look here in the background, this is one of my clients, one of my dental clients that I'm working with. Now, these guys have only been advertising since the 1st of November, so it's not actually been the full year. It's only been a couple of months, if that. And you can see here, this bottom number, 91, is the amount of people they've had book in for Invisalign. So they're running an Invisalign advertisement. They've only been running an Invisalign advertisement since the 1st of November, and they've had 91 people click on that advertisement, put in their information, and book in a consultation. Now, this number actually says 91, but it's actually 105. The reason why it doesn't say 105 here is because it's delayed. Facebook's tracking a little bit delayed, so they've actually had 105 people come through since the 1st of November. Now, if we focus on this number above, number 11, these are the amount of people they've had come through for their dental implant advertisement. So I'm running a dental implant advertisement for them, and they've already had 11 people click on the ad, put in their information, and reserve a consultation. Now, the reason why this is substantially less than the Invisalign one is because this has only been running about a week. So in a space of 7 days, I've had 11 people come through for implants saying that they want a dental implant consultation. So that's just one example. Another example is another practice that I'm working with. This is for veneers and Invisalign. I'm not going to add these numbers up, but this is in the space of since the 1st of November, so about a month and a half. They've had this many people come through for Invisalign and veneers. These are people who are seeing their advertisements, clicking on their advertisements, and actually putting in their information and saying they want a consultation at their practice. Another example I can show you, this is for the space of the whole year. This is for Invisalign. This client has been with me for the whole year. Okay, and we've been promoting Invisalign for them. And you can see here on one of their advertisements for Invisalign, they've had 611 people click on the ad, put in their information, and actually reserve a consultation time for Invisalign at their practice. And then they've had a further 30 people come through on a newer Invisalign campaign that we've set up for them. So in total, they've had 641 people click on our Invisalign ad this year and actually put their information in for a consultation. Another example I can show you, this is for another client of mine. This is for a mix of Invisalign and implants. Again, I won't go through it here. If you pause the video, you can add up all these numbers. If you look on the right-hand side, you can see what treatment they were coming through for. And this is the amount of people they've had come through on top of what they was already doing just for Invisalign and implants. The final example I'll show you here, this is literally in the space of about 6 months. This is all for implants. It's an implant advertisement I've been running for a dentist this year for about 6 months. And you can see here how many people they've had come through. They've had 234 people come through on one implant campaign, a further 170 people come through on another implant campaign, and you can see the rest for yourself. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of implant inquiries in the space of 6 months or so. Now, how am I achieving this? So basically what I do is I help dentists advertise their treatments on social media. I'm sure you already got that by now. So I run a company called Dental Digital, and I work with dentists all across the UK. Now, let's say a dentist comes to me and they say they want more Invisalign patients. I will set up an Invisalign advertisement for them and run that advertisement on their behalf in order to bring them in new bookings. And how I do that is based off this system here, which we're looking at in the background. And this system, if you put this in place in 2023 or even before 2023, in the week leading up to the new year, you will see huge amounts, the same sort of results I just showed you for your own practice. So this is the way that it works. If we look at the top here, it says Invisalign. The reason why I've got Invisalign in this box is just an example of a treatment you might want to promote. However, if let's say it's implants or smile makeovers, this strategy would be separate for each and every treatment. It follows the same system, but you would need separate strategies for each one. Okay, so let's just say you wanted more Invisalign patients. Well, the way that you would do it, and this is what I recommend to you if you want to grow, is we want to be advertising these treatments on your Facebook and Instagram account. Now, that's why I've got Facebook and Instagram advertising here. Because if you don't currently advertise on Facebook and Instagram, okay, you're probably not getting a lot of new business from Facebook and Instagram if you're not advertising. Because the way that it works nowadays is you need to advertise to reach new people. Let me just show you an example. Okay, in the background is what's called the Facebook's Ads Manager. So this is the part of Facebook that allows you to target any area you want to target in the country with an advertisement. So again, let's say you wanted more Invisalign patients. Well, you'll probably notice that most Invisalign patients are of a younger age range, between maybe 20 to 50 to 55, somewhat around that age bracket. Maybe different for you, but in general, especially on social media, the most results you get if you want more Invisalign patients is from a younger audience. Now, the thing is, you need to obviously target your local area. Now, when you advertise on Facebook and Instagram, it allows you to do that. So as you can see here, I've just got London in the background here. I'm not going to put a specific location in. What I am going to do is I'm just going to drop a pin on Reading, for example. So let's say you was based in Reading. Now, this doesn't matter where you are. This will work for your practice no matter where you are in the UK. But let's just say it was Reading. We can see here in Reading and in a 16-kilometre radius around Reading, there's 289 to 341,000 people who live there. So let's say your practice is in Reading, you have an audience of hundreds of thousands of people. Now, it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to have your own population. You may have multiple tens of thousands, you may have millions of people within this radius, and you can kind of adjust the radius of where you want to put your advertisements. But this is the power of advertising, because when you just post normally on your news feeds, which is what most dentists do, you're not going to reach tens, hundreds of thousands of people. You only reach the masses of people when you advertise, and that is honestly step one to being very, very successful on social media. Is if you advertise, you reach more people in which your competition are reaching. As a result, you stand out and you bring more patients in. Okay, that's step one. You want to use Facebook and Instagram advertising to bring new people through and to get in front of people. Now, second of all, if we just go one tier down from that, I've already just kind of touched on that there. But once you are using Facebook and Instagram advertising, you can choose where and who you want to put your advertisements in front of. So if you're promoting implants, it's obviously a bit of an older audience, so you can target an older age range in your area, for example. If we scroll down here, so once you've done that, let's say, for example, you know what treatment you want to promote and you know the audience, you know the age range in which you want to put those promotions in front of. Well, now you actually need to create your advertisement, okay? Because you need to put something in front of these people so they can actually see you. Now, your advertisement is very, very important because this is what's going to show on their newsfeed. This is when, you know, the average person, they're scrolling through their phone. This is where they're going to see your initial campaign. So your advertisement needs to be very attractive. I'm not going to go over that on this video, but I do have another video on how to create good copy for advertisements. So you can actually see it on my YouTube channel. It's a video on showing you how to create good advertisements, basically. But just to give you a few points here going into the new year. The new year is a great time to promote because you can do new year, new smile. You can come from that whole angle. So for example, with implants, let's say someone's missing a few teeth. Well, you can say things like, you know, don't put up with or don't suffer with missing teeth in 2023. Replace all your teeth so you can, you know, change your lifestyle in 2023, basically. Or the same thing with a smile makeover. You know, don't feel self-conscious about your smile. Be confident with your smile in 2023. You know, there's different things you can do to really kind of touch on that whole new me, new year kind of, you know, new year resolutions, that kind of thing. You can touch on that in your advertisements. Now, another thing, quick point, if you're creating an advertisement for a certain treatment, is you want to come up with something that's going to have you stand out. So for example, if you're promoting Invisalign, you can offer a free consultation. You can offer maybe whitening if they go ahead with treatment. There's tons of stuff that you can do to make your little offer very attractive. You don't have to give huge discounts off your treatments. You don't have to do a discount at all if you don't want to, but you can do it in a way where you can bundle together a nice little sort of package, if you will, which stands out amongst other dentists. With your advertisement, you want to come up with that kind of thing, a good offer that helps you stand out, and you want to, you know, play on the time of year. For example, let's say you start advertising just before the summer. You can say things like get a smile makeover, which is very quick, so that people can look good for the summer. There's lots of things you can do, but I'm just being obviously relevant to the time of year right now. Now, once someone has seen your advertisement, remember, this is going to tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands, which I just showed you. So naturally, people are going to be interested in it because people are interested in these treatments anyway. So as soon as you start to get noticed in the masses of people, you're going to get lots of people clicking on your ad. So if you've got lots of people clicking on your advertisement, you need to send them somewhere that gets their information. And this is what the next stage is. As you can see here, it says form submission. So basically, a form submission just means this is basically somewhere, this is a destination. So once someone clicks on the advertisement, this is somewhere that they're going to be driven to in order to submit a form of some sort. That's why it says form submission. So I like to use 3 different methods: a landing page, a type form, or a Facebook lead form. So let me just quickly explain what a landing page is. So let's say someone clicks on the advertisement. They need to be driven somewhere which is not your website. Okay, so the problem is most dentists who do advertise, they send people to their websites. The problem is with websites is there's too much information on there. They're not designed to get that person's details for that exact offer or promotion they've just seen, and it does not convert as well as a landing page. A landing page is a mini sales page that you can set up that's completely congruent with that advertisement. So for example, if you're promoting Invisalign and it's a free whitening offer with Invisalign, whatever it may be, you can create a specific landing page that's still branded to you, but it's only to do with Invisalign. It gives them before and afters, it gives them a rundown on how it works, it gives them a rundown on pricing, it goes over the offer, exactly what they're going to get, and then as a result you've got a super clear page that's very simple and easy to fill out, and as a result you convert more people who hit the page, and you also qualify people, which is very, very important in advertising. The thing is with advertising is if you don't have a correct qualification stage, which is what this acts as, you will get a bunch of time wasters. So you need people clicking on your ad, going to a good landing page that it describes and explains the offer exactly, crystal clear. So once they put their information in, they know exactly what they're applying for, or what they're, they know exactly what they're doing. And as a result, you're going to get qualified people coming through. I could show you examples. I'm not going to on this video, obviously, just for client confidentiality, but I could show you examples of landing page inquiries coming through, and the people are literally saying that they've got certain problems with their teeth and they want to fix their teeth with Invisalign, and they're all in the market for it. Now the reason why they're so high quality is because of a good landing page. And the second one is a type form. Just quickly, a type form is an online questionnaire. It particularly works well for implants. So if you want to promote implants, generally you need to know more about the person before they actually can go ahead with implants. So what you can do is you can create a type form. A type form is an online questionnaire that people can fill out, and you can create the questions. So for example, they will hit the type form, it will ask what their name is, what their number is, what their email is, of course, but it will also ask them things like, what's your current situation, how many teeth are you missing, what's your finance situation like. You can also go over the pricing so they understand the pricing. As a result, you get qualified vetted inquiries. All the leads that I've just shown you, I've all been vetted and have all gone through this process here, this form submission process. And then last but not least is Facebook lead forms. This is a mini landing page you can create on Facebook and Instagram. So let's say someone clicks on your advertisement, rather than going to an external site like a type form or a landing page, instead a Facebook and Instagram pop-up lead form. It pops up on their screen and they can literally fill it out. It's very quick for them to do. However, you can still qualify people by asking them questions on this form, and you can make it very clear as to what it is that they're actually putting their information in for. So this stage is very, very, very important. You do need it if you want to run some successful advertisements. Now, the back end of the process here, and again, this is what I've been doing for dentists. This is actually the strategy I'm doing. Once someone has clicked on your ad, they've put in their information on the landing page, for example, then you need a process that sends that person's information to your team. So all of these inquiries here, like I said, for example, let's say these 611 Invisalign leads that's come through for one of my clients this year, all 611 of those people instantaneously went through to their team. So you need to have a team, whether it's receptionists, whether it's a treatment coordinator, whether it's a manager, whether it's yourself, it doesn't matter. You need someone or a team who is going to be responsible for managing and contacting these inquiries. Okay, so but you do obviously need some sort of system to get that information to the person. So I use something called Zapier. Zapier is an online software you can get. It's basically an automation. So basically what it means is if someone puts in their information, Zapier automatically sends that information to your team. So as soon as they come through, your team receives the email or whatever, your team literally receives that person's information there and then. So yeah, that's important. You need that there. Now, once your team actually receives the information, you need to decide what way you want to actually receive the information. So maybe you use an in-house CRM. So for example, a CRM is like Dengro, for example. A lot of practices use Dengro in-house. That is what you would call it. That's what's called a CRM. Okay, a client relationship management. It's something the dentists use, which manages all of their inquiries and all their patients. And if that's the best way for you to receive new inquiries, you can also link Zapier to send all the information in there. If you don't use anything like that and you just do it manually, you manage things manually, use spreadsheets or whatever, then you can just get Zapier to send you an email with the person's information, and you can also maybe automatically send the people's information to like a Google Sheet or something like that. But either way, just to sort of make that simple, it's super important to use Zapier because it allows you to actually receive these people's information. It's no good obviously getting their information, you never receive it. Now, last but not least, once your team has the information, okay, and you know exactly what it is, or you know exactly what they've come through for, okay, this person, let's say, someone's come through for Invisalign, your team has that information, it's then important for them to call them and book them in. Now there is and again I have it on my YouTube, it's a how to follow up with social media leads properly. And if you follow that system, you will be able to book in 70 to 75%, maybe even higher, of the overall leads coming in. So let's say, for example, you get 50 leads in 1 month for Invisalign. If you follow the system correctly, which I have on another one of my videos, you should be able to book in 60 to 70 to maybe even 80 of those people. Okay, if you use a good back-end strategy to get these people through the door. But just to give you a little sort of insight on what that is, you need to be calling them within the first 15 minutes. You need to be calling them on a mobile number rather than a landline. People open it more. People respond more generally to a mobile number. You need to be following up with those people through text messages and WhatsApp Business, and you need to be relentless in your follow-up. Let's say they don't answer the first time. You need to be continuously calling them and texting them and emailing them every other day for a space of a week, 2 weeks, until it gets to a point where it's obvious they're not going to get back to you. If you do that, you will be able to get, like I said, 70, 75% of people actually answering the phone and booking in consultations. So as a result, if you've got this whole system set up, okay, this is what's going to bring you in the kind of results I've just shown you. And you can imagine, all these clients, for example, with 70, 75% of these people actually booking in, it's a huge amount of bums and chairs. And as a result, a huge amount of patients, obviously. So yeah, that is the overall strategy. I hope it's helped. If you've got any questions on how this works, how it could work for you, let me know. I'll be happy to make you a personal video on how it could work for your practice. But I promise you, if you do something like this, you put this in place for the new year, and you can do this for Invisalign. You could have 5 of these running for all different types of treatments, just feeding in all different types of bookings for every type of treatment. You're going to stand out in your area by far, because again, most dentists do not do this. So yeah, hopefully this has made sense. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. Any questions, do let me know and get in touch if you'd like me to make you a personal video. If you have maybe some specific goals, or maybe you'd like me to look at your practice exactly, I'll be happy just to chuck together a little 3 or 4 minute video just for you.